Hello, everybody. I hope you're all feeling well and doing better than I am doing today. As you can see, I'm still going for my walks and I'm enjoying it. So I encourage all of you to try and also go out for a walk, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's fine. I've been walking for about 12 minutes now, so I'm going to just sit down here for a while and take a little rest and talk about sickle cell as usual. It's quite chilly, even though it's a nice weather. And today I'm going to be talking about stroke, how I got my stroke, and it was just a mild stroke, luckily for me. And first, it started out with I felt a little tingly feeling on my left cheek, and I just thought it was weird. I kept rubbing from time to time the whole evening, and then the next day it got worse. I actually felt my face was melting, or actually it felt like I'd been to the dentist and gotten an injection just before a tooth is pulled out. So I told my daughter, I was like, "Oh, I feel strange. I feel like just been to the dentist," and she laughed, and we all laughed and ignored it. And then it got worse. By evening time, I felt like my face was a candle, melting candle, and I kept twitching. I was like, "Look, is my face melting?" And she laughed. She was like, "Crazy, what's wrong with you? By the way, you're speaking funny." So I went to the bathroom, checked out my face. Nothing was wrong. I was like, "Whoa, strange." So the whole evening I kept rubbing my cheek and wondering what's wrong. And then my fingers, 3 of my fingers started to feel a bit numb. And I thought, what's going on? This is a really strange feeling. And then I started to feel cold. So I wore a jacket, 2 pairs of socks, and then I just made some tea and relaxed. And then the next morning, the nurse comes to me, as usual. And she looked at me with a frown, and I think I asked what's wrong. And then I thought, personally, that I was speaking as normally as every day. But then she said, "You're speaking quite strange." And then I said, "Yeah, my face feels funny." And she still had a frown on her face. So I thought, what's wrong with her today? Can't she understand anything I'm saying? So I started to leak a lot. I realized the whole night I was drooling, which almost never happens. But anyway, so I cleaned up, tried to have breakfast, and I was still drooling. And the nurse said, "You know what? I think you should call your hospital at once." I was like, "But I feel fine, except for my face feeling funny. I feel fine." She was like, "Call your clinic at once." And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I said, after I take a shower. She was like, "Call before you take a shower, or call and then you hear what they have to say and then you take a shower." But sometimes I'm a little bit stubborn, or maybe I'm just a little bit ignorant. I don't know, there's just something about hospitals that once I'm not in pain, I try to take care of myself at home, because I've been in hospital thousands of times, over and over again, how many times a year, but I still don't like hospitals. So I decided to take a shower. I didn't call. I didn't listen to her. And then as I was getting dressed, I felt very lightheaded, and all through the time I was using the soap and trying to take a shower. When I finished, I was wiping myself. The towel kept dropping. And then my body lotion, as I tried to apply the body lotion, it was quite a challenge. And I looked at my hands and it looked fine. But I was thinking, why? This is so strange. I look at my hands, it's fine. I look at my face in the mirror, it's fine. Except for the fact that I'm drooling and it still feels like my face is melting. I feel like my face is actually melting, falling down, dripping. But looking in the mirror, it's fine, perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong. So I got dressed and I was just about to pull up my socks. And then I don't remember what happened. That was it. All I heard was a loud banging sound. And that was it. And I don't know how long that happened. Probably it took an hour and a half or two. And I finally opened my eyes and realized that I was in hospital. And I look around very confused. And I was at the emergency ward. And then I called the attention of a nurse. I said, "Oh, that's nice. You're awake. You're one stubborn lady, aren't you?" I was like, "Stubborn? No." And then I tried to lift up my hand to touch my face, my left hand, but I couldn't. And then I tried to speak to her, and she was like, "It's okay, don't speak, you're fine. You had a light stroke, and we are taking care of you. You passed out, so luckily for you, the nurse called, and when they came to the house to get you, you had passed out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was in a little bit of pain, just a little bit, not much. And so she asked, "Are you fine? Are you in pain?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit." So I got morphine directly. Usually I have to cry and beg for the morphine, but this time I just got it directly. So I was in the ward for about 3 weeks, and it was difficult to hold the cutlery. It was difficult to just pick up a glass to drink. It was difficult to just put my hand in a shirt, on a t-shirt, just change my clothes, brush my teeth. It was the weirdest feeling ever, that I could see my hand. I was telling my hand, in my mind, I was trying to move my hand, or practically telling my hand to move, but there was just no response from my brain to my arm. But I could walk, but I realized that I was dragging my foot a little bit. But during the about almost 3 weeks stay in the hospital, every morning the nurse forced me up and tried. We had to exercise, and it was actually got a bit depressed. Actually, it's kind of funny right now, but I was depressed in a way. And she asked, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She was like, "You're really quiet." I said, "Of course, I'm a quiet person. I don't say much. I barely say much." But no. And she was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, the only person I actually say a lot to is my daughter." And she was like, we've been telling you to exercise and try to walk around a little bit more often. Have you been doing it?" "Yeah, I have. You always ask." And I keep telling you I have. She was like, "Really? Because if you had, you wouldn't have had a stroke, or you wouldn't have been in this condition." So I looked away and tears just started to pour down. And she said, "What?" She asked, "What's wrong? Do you need to talk to someone?" I was like, "No, I'm fine." I said, "I'm fine. I don't need to talk to anyone." I didn't see the point of talking to anyone, because most people look at me and think I lie about my health. They think I lie that I'm sick. They think I lie I'm in pain. And they look at me and think, "Yeah, you're fine. Why don't you want to work? Why don't you try to work a little bit more often? Why do you skip work so often?" Even the doctors, some of them look at me and was like, "Oh, you don't look like someone who has sickle cell." So after hearing this over and over and over again from my teachers, my family, my community, my previous jobs, after hearing all this, what's the point of talking to anyone? Because no one believes me. They look at me and they see a perfect person, but they don't realize, they don't know, or they don't see my pain, or they don't feel my pain. So it's kind of a challenge. And I didn't see the point of talking to anyone. So when she suggested it, I refused totally, because I didn't want to. But anyway,